It's time for Wisconsin race fans to gather round. Welcome to the Racing Roundup Show. Thanks for joining us for our 41st consecutive season. We are your destination for news and interviews from NASCAR, the Upper Midwest, and within the Wisconsin racing scene. The Racing Roundup Show is America's longest-running weekly motorsports show held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd for tonight's show. And now, here is the host of the Racing Roundup Show, Jim Trado.
Hey, gang. Hey, gang. How are you, everybody? Good to see you. Hanging out with you on Tuesday night at Racing Roundup headquarters. Benson Valley Bourbon is our new roadshow sponsor. Glad to have them with us tonight. It's Oak Creek Automotive Night, and we are on the road at the Cellar in Oak Creek. The Cellar in Oakwood is at 812 West Oakwood Road in Oak Creek, and you still have time to join the racing crowd. We're live for the next 90 minutes or so, so we've got some short track racers of all sorts of disciplines joining us on the program. Looking forward to seeing you join us here for some great food, great atmosphere, handmade pizza crust, homemade soups. It's delicious. The menu's good, and the crowd's pretty good too. A lot of racing folks come out just to this show, so glad to see a bunch of familiar faces, and some racing legends are here with us as well. Glad to see that they're in the crowd tonight. We also have tickets to give away to this Friday night's ASA Stars National Tour race at Madison International Speedway, and race tickets to this Sunday night's ASA Stars National Tour race at Slinger Super Speedway. I've also been giving you tickets thanks to Adams Towing. We have tickets to Golden Sands Speedway. Thank you, Rick and Karen and the gang, for coming down to the show. They love being here. They're in Plover, and they're here tonight hanging out with us, so thank you for bringing those tickets down. We have tickets to Outagamie Speedway in Seymour. And we have tickets to Dells Raceway Park. We have tickets to Slinger Speedway. We have race tickets to give away and a lot of other cool things, including some Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup. So come on down, join us as the race cars and classic cars are in the parking lot tonight. The beautiful grass behind us has one lone Pinto. Thank you, Mark Goodman, for bringing down the 78 stateside wagon. It's a lot of fun. So come on down and check out the car show, motorbike show, and we've got a bunch of racers to talk to here on the program. We welcome racer Russ Blakely and his Benson Valley Bourbon to our show as our official road show sponsor. Benson Valley Bourbon is distilled in Frankfort, Kentucky, just 2.5 miles from the famous Buffalo Trace Distillery. It is located on the world-renowned Benson Creek it is, actually, where the unsurpassed clear limestone water is paired with the finest ingredients to produce a superior whiskey. Visit BensonValleyBourbon.com to learn more, or you may want to stop by Jeff Storm's Race Hauler after a given race night. Perhaps you'll get a sample of Benson Valley Bourbon. We'll find out from Jeff if that's still possible. I did see on one of his video updates, he did offer that before he went to the Dells for the Alive for 5 race. He might be low on supply because it's delicious, I'm told. I'm willing to try some at some point. But again, Benson Valley Bourbon, thank you for your support of our road shows here in 2025. It is Oak Creek Automotive Night. We got a bunch of folks here hanging out with us. We want to thank them for their support of our show all year long. And we're going to talk to a bunch of racers. One more note, we want to thank these sponsors, among the many that help us put our show on for the 41st season here of the Racing Roundup Show. Please support their businesses: Adams Towing in Plover, Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground in Fremont, Bonafide Security Solutions serving all of Wisconsin, Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment in Muskego. You can watch our show on Facebook Live or on our website, RacingRoundupShow.com. It goes right over to our YouTube channel. Just search Racing Roundup and look for our shows live or on demand. Hit the like and subscribe buttons as well on our socials. Love to interact with you. More people know about how the great things we do and talk about here in Wisconsin, the Upper Midwest, and the world of motorsports. We're hanging out on Oak Creek Automotive Night at the Cellar on Oakwood, 812 West Oakwood Road in Oak Creek. This is the Benson Valley Bourbon Racing Roundup Show Road Show. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, RacingRoundupShow.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
This Saturday at Dells Raceway Park, it's Ride for a Brother Night presented by Our House Senior Living in Wisconsin Dells. See 5 exciting divisions of racing action featuring the CWRA Super Late Models in twin feature events, plus the NASCAR Weekly Late Models. Fan gates open at 3, qualifying 4:30, green flag racing at 6. Get your advance tickets online now at DellsRacewayPark.com. Dells Raceway Park, located 2 miles west of I-90-94 and exit 85, just off Highway 12. Dells Raceway Park, Wisconsin's best racing entertainment.
Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground is your destination for relaxation and fun. There's a full-service bar and restaurant with 54 campsites with full hookups, all less than a mile from the beautiful Wolf River. It's where the locals go in Fremont, Wisconsin. It's also home to the Midwest Mower Racing Club. All roads lead to Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground in Fremont, Wisconsin. Visit their Facebook page for live entertainment and lawnmower racing schedules. Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground.
Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable. Life is full of questions. Is the presentation ready for work tomorrow? Why is there so much traffic at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday? Are your in-laws visiting this weekend or next? You've got plenty of things to worry about. Whether your car will start shouldn't be one of them. With an outrageously dependable battery under your hood, you can cross one of those questions off your list, which gives you time to answer more things like,
Are we there yet?
Interstate Batteries, delivering the most trustworthy source of power to the world since 1952.
Jiffy Lube has locations across Wisconsin to serve you. Visit jiffylube.com to locate your store and to find the latest coupons and promotional offers. You're greeted by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Grab a water or coffee and know you and your vehicle are in good hands. Windshield wipers, new tires, and alignments are a few of the many services offered. Jiffy Lube proudly features Pennzoil. There's a whole lot more than no appointment drive-up oil changes at Jiffy Lube. Welcome to personalized car care. Wisconsin race fans, find your store at jiffylube.com.
Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows, too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. It's a Benson Valley Bourbon Road show tonight. Looking forward to having you come join us at the Cellar on Oakwood, 812 West Oakwood Road in Oak Creek. It's Oak Creek Automotive Night. And if you're looking to sell or buy a home or commercial property, choose the Rapina Group, Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty. List and buy with confidence. Hire a realtor that has the knowledge and expertise to get your deal done. Not all realtors are the same. Knowledge is power. Hire knowledge. Choose Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty and sell your house with the Rapina Group. Their website is rapinagroup.com. We are on location this evening with the gang that hangs out at Oak Creek Automotive. The owner of Oak Creek Automotive, Bobby Gutek, is here. His nephew, Ryan Gutek, is here. And a driver he sponsors at races across the country is here. Let's welcome Bobby Gutek, Ryan Gutek, and Little Mojo, Jacob Majeski. Guys, thanks for coming on the show.
Well, thanks for having us.
Glad to have you with us, Bobby. It's neat to see we're in Oak Creek where your business is. And the idea of having these racers here is great because it represents just some of the racers you sponsor throughout the year.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I'm happy that guys could bring the cars down, and the people that couldn't bring a car are still here, too. So I'm very happy. Pretty much everybody we sponsor is here tonight.
The neat thing about it is your business is one location, but you've been doing it for over 35 years now, right?
Correct. Going on 37.
Going on 37 right now. I keep trying to remember the number, but it's amazing to know you as a racer getting involved with the racers. You want to support them at every level. And it's neat to see that you've got, like, Penn Sauter's racing the ASA Stars race this coming Friday night at Madison. You've got Ryan, your nephew, racing for a championship again at Slinger Super Speedway. And then you got Little Mojo over here racing all over the place. It's kind of cool. How do you choose who you sponsor?
I don't know. It just either I know somebody in that family of the car or something, or just, like Casey Johnson, was a front runner, so you're going to see him a lot. And then we knew Sauters through Jimmy Lampman and back in the day with Victor and all them guys, so we got in the Sauter family a little bit. And now it's not just one Sauter, it's three Sauters. We got Johnny, Penn, and AJ Sauter in the Bandolero.
So it'll say Oak Creek Automotive on Penn Sauter's car, but you've been helping out Johnny and Penn a lot, haven't you?
Yeah, for the last few.
Traveling to Florida, traveling to wherever they're racing, right?
Yep, just
traveling to Florida, traveling to wherever they're racing, right?
Yep, just having
that. He's actually working. I see him sweating at these big races that I get to go to as well and call on behalf of live streams. Ryan Gutnecht, I want to say your car looks beautiful. It's sitting right here at the Cellar in Oakwood. Thank you for bringing the car down and bringing the family. And how's your season been going thus far?
Oh, pretty good. We got wrecked the first week out and ended up having to put a stub on the car. So that was a pretty good setback, but we got it right. We ended up going back the next week and won with the feature in the late model, so that was pretty cool. And trying out the Super this year, we ended up taking a late model and converted it to Super, so we're kind of a knife at a gunfight, but we're having fun with it. We're learning a lot, so hopefully next year we can stick the money into it and actually really go for it.
So those of you who may not know, there's a super late model division that races at Slinger Super Speedway just, 8 times this year. And the late models run about as many races, right? 8 or 9 races this year?
Yeah, I think it's like 12 or something like that, yeah.
Are they ever racing on the same night?
Yeah, that was a lot of work.
I'd say there would be.
Yeah. For me, I mean, it was just jump out of one. For me, I mean, it was just jump out of one car, jump in the other, kind of think what car you're in because the driving line and everything is a lot different. Your braking points, your throttle, you have 10-inch tire to an 8-inch tire, so you got to kind of think about that. It was like nonstop for them guys. I can't thank them enough. And I don't know if we'll do double duty like that again. It was a lot, so.
There's a lot of big races yet to come at Slinger Super Speedway this year. When it comes to the Slinger Nationals, that's on a Tuesday night. We'll bring our show there. Our Benson Valley Bourbon Road Show will be going to Slinger Super Speedway. That's on a Tuesday, but I believe late models are running on Sunday, right? The Prelude?
No, they have the MUS Truck Series runs the Prelude.
Okay.
And then late models and the Supers run the Nationals.
Aha. So are you going to double dip or not?
No.
And for those who don't know, there's a brand new track record at Slinger Super Speedway and the qualifying for the super late models. And I'm guessing you're right in the middle of all that, Ryan. Late models are getting faster, super lates are faster. What is the reason, you think?
Well, both divisions went on a new tire this year. The late models are on back to the American Racer tire, but it's an inch wider than what we had been running. It's technically a 9-inch tire. We still run an 8-inch wheel, so it doesn't really make a difference. But that tire's harder. Sidewalls, but it seems like it wears better. The Supers are on a new tire from Hoosier, and everywhere they go, they've been faster at every track, it seems like. So it's a really good tire, wears good, and I think the tire is the biggest reason why a lot of tracks have been setting new track records. They did it at the Dells, they did it at Slinger, so.
Bobby Goodneck, you're all part of this as well. You're not only getting the reports, but you're at the track watching this. In the 30-plus years you've been racing, it's kind of neat to see that things are applying to speed, and, man, it's getting ever faster by the minute, isn't it?
Right, yeah, definitely. And the night that he did the double duty, I was in Africa, so I missed all that. But they kept me informed. They called me, texted me, let me know what's going on. But it was cool to hear that.
And when you get a chance to sponsor this many race cars, we should probably spend a minute telling people more about Oak Creek Automotive and the services you provide. What you all do there on 27th and Drexel?
Pretty much everything. We do from oil changes to engine and transmission replacement. We kind of started shying away from the European cars except for oils and brake jobs, stuff like that. But otherwise, pretty much everything that comes through the door, we're going to fix it.
And now we're talking about big jobs to little jobs.
Correct.
And emission testing.
Yes.
All that stuff.
Yep.
You need to seek out, because Bobby is a busy guy, but emission testing is important, and that's a place to go, and they'll help you out with your car. If there's something wrong with it, they'll tell you right then and there as well. It's kind of neat to have that service available at a family-owned business. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Speaking of families, sponsoring the Majeski family has been something that Bobby's been involved in as a crew member, as a sponsor with Oak Creek Automotive. Wayne Majeski has been a long-established sprint car racer, and his son Jacob now is tearing things up when it comes to kart racing. Jacob, how many years have you been doing this already?
Going on 7 or 6, about that.
Wow. And you've been racing across the country, correct?
Yeah.
What's the schedule like this year?
We're doing club at Badger, and then we're going to do some club races to get ready for route. And we're just doing that, maybe one USPKS race, but our goal is maybe to get on the big track at Road America by the end of this year, get some testing in.
So right now, Road America has the Motorplex where you're racing this coming weekend. Badger has a track called Millwright Raceway in Dousman. It's a 7/10 of a mile or 8/10 of a mile, depending on the configuration. Road course just for karting. You mentioned Route. That's a Midwestern traveling series. And then you said USPKS. That's the national series. Yeah. How many races have you run nationally, you think, Jacob?
Too many to count, but it's a different class, so we're cutting back on the national, so we're just trying to see what's going on with the schedule and see how fast I am, to see how the kart feels, how I feel.
So are you running more than one class right now?
Yeah, for club. The Briggs 206 and then the IMEK 100 Junior.
Okay, what are the differences in speed between the karts?
The K is really fast, and then the Briggs is like a lawnmower going around the whole track.
So I will tell you by firsthand experience, when that lawnmower gets wound up, you can't unwind it. You better keep that thing wound up, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it drives a lot different than a stab and steer, 1 foot on brake, 1 foot on gas, or it has to be max on both, right?
Yeah.
One at a time. You're on the gas or on the brake. Not with the Briggs.
No.
So how do you get your mindset wrapped around that when you're jumping one cart to the next in the same afternoon?
I just think just roll the speed and just play your game.
And what's your schedule like in the next, say, 30 days? Do you know that much? School's out, so we're going racing?
School's out Thursday, so we're going racing Friday. We're going up to Road America practice. and then probably club races after that. We have a doubleheader after that, and it's a lot of club, and then we go to maybe PKS, and then more club.
And who's the we when you say the we in our team?
Well, I like to think my mom and dad, and then we got Oak Creek Automotive, Seller, and then Julian Shade Shop, Simpson, Franklin Dental, Franklin Cart, Jack's Helmet Design, Millwright, Jimmy, and Uncle Kevin.
Lots of people behind your efforts. We want to say thanks to you for joining us on this segment of the Racing Roundup Show. Oak Creek Automotive on 27th and Drexel is where you want to go. It's where we're hanging out on Oak Creek Automotive right at the Cellar in Oak Creek. Great place to hang out and enjoy the rest of your show. We're coming right back with more on this edition of the Racing Roundup Show. That'll be on this Saturday CW18 show on Milwaukee's CW18. Looking forward to having that. I think we hit the nail on the button there. I was leaving for 8 minutes. Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit over. The neat thing about it is, though, we get to tell more people about racing. And, Bobby, as you advertise on our TV show, you get people coming in saying, hey, I saw your TV ad. Yeah, I feel good about that. How does it make you feel?
Makes me real good. So, I hardly ever get to be home on a Saturday to see it, but we tape it and watch it later on a Sunday or Monday we'll watch it. But it's kind of cool to see your own advertisement on the TV.
And you guys will be on this show this Saturday, and we can't thank you enough for your support of this show and every show we do. When it comes to Oak Creek Automotive night, I know, Ryan, you probably get a few guys and gals in the crowd you haven't seen in a while. Who's all here tonight with you guys?
My crew's here tonight, so we got Skeeter and my dad and Steve, Bob, my wife, my kid. His birthday is on Sunday, so that's pretty cool.
How old is Weston going to be?
He'll be 4. Ooh. So he's, I don't know, we're eyeing up Bandoleros and Super Cups, so I don't know.
Is that in Uncle Bobby's garage? Is there room for one more?
They're small, so there's always room for a couple.
Grandpa George's garage. That's where we're going with it. Let's keep an eye on it. Yeah.
Glenn, I also got, not here, but Joe and Jimmy Lattman, big help. Obviously, Bob, when he's in the country, he's world traveler now. So
he wasn't kidding when he said Africa.
He's not at a racetrack. He's out of the country. So. Yeah. But, I can't thank them guys enough. Like I said, when we ran doubleheader, or ran, the super and the late model, it was a lot of work for them guys. Steve, my crew chief, he's like, I watched the last 20 laps of your late model race, and I was able to watch the whole super race, and that was it. I screwed up in qualifying, so I had to run the last chance race in the super. That got done. Got out of that car, got in the late model to go run the late model feature. So it was like just back to back. And then he was getting the other car ready, and I can't thank them guys enough for what they did that weekend.
And you need to get to Slinger Super Speedway soon. We have tickets to give away tonight after the show, but these guys like to pit in the back. So when you come off the racetrack in turn 2, you go up the hill, there's a back pit area kind of rises, and the main road goes this way. Track is here. Yeah, I'm doing a visual. I know it's not a radio show anymore. But anyway, they park way in the back over here. So to get to the grid or get one car to the next, they're hopping in and out here and coming all the way down to then end for turn 4 and drop in. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of coordination.
Yeah. Everybody kind of knew what they had to do. My wife helped me get in and out of the car, grab the radio, and stuff like that. And but them guys were just on it. They were come in, car would be going up on jack stands. I'd be throwing the belts off, get out of it, get in the next car. And like I said, you're trying to tell yourself, okay, I'm in this car this time. Okay, I got to enter the corner here. I got to get on throttle here. So it was tough. We used to do it with the sportsman car. We ran the Mid-Am car or Midwest sportsman car and the late model. It was a lot easier back then because that Mid-Am car that we had was so good every night. We didn't have to work on it that much. These late models and super late models, everybody that's involved in it knows that it's a lot of work. So,
any similarities, Jacob? Does it sound like it's exactly what you have to go through every time you race more than one division?
Yeah, if the classes are together, then yeah.
And when it comes to crunch time, who keeps track of the schedule?
I don't know, my mom and dad.
All right, so you just have to be where you need to be.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm thinking, because you're racing events that are hundreds of karts, and I know there's a lot to do, especially when you don't qualify for the main event for a late model race, to then worry about the LCQ and trying to get that together, and there's less time to work in between. But when it comes to those schedules, do they have something in your hand you can refer to, or are you guys getting text reminders at the go-kart track?
Yeah, it's time schedule, so you can see when you're up and all that.
It's amazing what you guys can get done. And at Slinger, it's got to be, you got to be right, or you're going to miss out.
Yeah, and Travis Dassel, the new owner of the track, he's doing a really good job. He wants to keep it at the 3-hour mark, and he's moving stuff along. And he was really cool because he was standing next to my dad the day that we did the 2 cars and just making sure, is he coming? Not that he was trying to rush us, but he wanted to keep the show going and know when to send the cars on the track. And I really appreciated that he kind of worked with us on doing that. And I was really good friends with Todd Thielen.
Yep.
And I think Travis is doing a great job filling that position.
And Bobby, have you been to the track enough to notice the difference? Because I know firsthand Bobby Goodneck's helped a lot behind the scenes at Slinger in the last several years. Have you been there to work with just Ryan, or have you been there on other capacities?
No, we're helping Ryan, but I got there early this Sunday because we were coming from the Dells. I had my camper, and then Leonard was doing the tire thing, and he goes, hey, I got to go do something and watch the tire thing. So I did the tire thing. So we were someplace, I think it was one of your first shows, and Travis was at the show, and he knew that Todd had me do stuff at the racetrack. So he goes, do I have you again? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And so I am in town for the Nationals, and I usually mount all the tires for all the guys. So I'll be there for that, and take my camper up there and spend the whole weekend up there with that. And so Todd appreciated what I did. I love working with Todd. Yeah. And then I was hoping that Travis was going to ask me, and he asked me at the show, and he goes, I'll be there for you. So
that's really cool. Yeah, Travis and his wife Kelsey bought Slinger Speedway in the offseason. They came to our first show April 8th. If you want to see that show, it's a 2-parter actually on our TV program. It's on our Tuesday, April 8th program. You can find the archives on our website, racingroundupshow.com. Ryan Goodneck, who do you have, aside from the people here, who else is on that race car helping you that's parked out front here at the Cellar?
Obviously, I got to thank Bob and Oak Creek Automotive, Cellar Pub, Chemtech Tool, IBW 494, Obermeyer's 41 Auto Body, Hilltop Auto Wrecking, Barker's Reconditioning. This year, a couple weeks ago, Ed Waldron helped me out buying some tires, so I got to thank him. That's a big part of the racing expense, it's the tires alone, so that was a big help from him too.
And when it comes to racing, what's your schedule like this weekend?
Weston's birthday party, so we get a weekend off, and it actually ended up being on his birthday, so get to hang out with him. His birthday ended up falling on Father's Day, so we get to kind of hang out together and, I don't know, maybe go fishing. I don't know.
There you go. What's fishing like on a Sunday? I don't know.
Exactly.
Does that have 4 tires and a number on the door? Hey, how about a great hand for Bobby Goodneck, Ryan Goodneck, and Wayne Majeski's son, Little Mojo, Jacob Majeski joining us, guys. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you being on the program. Make sure you sign our Bob Trado sign. Got some decals from the Oak Creek Automotive folks going on the car that Penn Sauter's going to drive this Friday. We have tickets to give away to that as well. The ASA Stars coming to town. The National Tour coming Friday to Madison and Sunday to Slinger. More on that in our short track report with Dean Strom. The Modified Security Solutions short track report and more is coming up. This is the Benson Valley Bourbon Road Show. It's Oak Creek Automotive Night at the Cellar on Oakwood, 812 West Oakwood Road in Oak Creek. Come on down and join the racing crowd. We'll be right back.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about short track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Get your whole family involved in affordable, competitive kart racing at Millwright Raceway in Dousman, Wisconsin, home of the Badger Kart Club. Walk the pit area, talk to racers, and check out the action from the grandstands. There's a play area for the kids and great food at the concession stand. Spectator admission is free. Badger Kart Club points racers and National Touring Series race on the challenging paved road course most Sundays from April through September. Badger Kart Club is well established and well respected. There's 15 classes and over 100 drivers racing every week. From ages 5 to 75, kart racing offers competition for generations of racers of all ages. Bring the kids and check out kart racing for yourself at one of America's finest kart tracks. This is where Alan Kowicki, Danica Patrick, Sam Mayer, and Josh Palicki got their start. Millwright Raceway is just south of I-94 in Dousman, 35 miles west of Milwaukee, and 45 miles east of Madison. For all the latest information, directions, and race schedule, visit BadgerKartClub.com.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, long boom service, truck starting, and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
427-1000 American Foundation. Cracks and leaks in your basement, have no fears. We've been fixing those things for over 60 years. Trust and dedication, that's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000, American Foundation.
When we decided to get our crack leaky basement done, I am so glad we called American Foundation. It gave us a sense of confidence, and it gave us our basement back.
And it was the right choice.
Thank you very much.
American Foundation Specialist has been fixing basements since 1947. Satisfied customers are the future at American. Call American for huge savings at
427-1000, American Foundation.
Precise Auto and Truck Accessories is your one-stop shop when it comes to adding style and functionality to your vehicles. Owner and late model racer Mike Grunberg has 15 years of experience installing window tinting, cat skin leather, seat heaters and seat coolers. There's a million accessories available. Ladder racks, trailer hitches, detailing, remote starters, and more. Precise Auto and Truck Accessories in Wisconsin Dells is a WeatherTech Diamond dealer. Bring your vehicle to the trusted guy, Mike Grunberg at Precise Auto and Truck Accessories.
The Racing Roundup Show is dedicated to showcasing grassroots racers and national stars of our sport. If you're a fan of NASCAR, four-wheel, two-wheel, road racing, drag racing, or the short track scene, you are in the right place. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. It is Benson Valley Bourbon Road Show time. It's our new sponsor for 2025 for our road shows. And we are awesome in the situation we're in here. We're hanging out on the back patio at the Cellar on Oakwood. Great food, great atmosphere. Bill and Shirley and the entire staff do it right here. We're hanging out on the back patio. They have a bar that's over 150 years old, very historic itself. And we have these movable walls we can put up and down. It's a great venue to come out and enjoy. I actually had a fish fry here, I think, on Thanksgiving weekend a couple years back. It was kind of a cold night, but the walls were down, the heater was on, and why not? It's an awesome place, and there's also a patio to hold special events. In addition to this, they've got a tent over that area as well, so if you have a group for maybe, 100 people, you want to put something together, this is the spot, the Cellar on Oakwood, 812 West Oakwood Road in Oak Creek. It's Oak Creek Automotive Night, and with that, we have a bunch of race cars sponsored by Oak Creek Automotive in the front parking lot right now, so we want to thank the following race drivers: Courtney Atkinson and her team, Ryan Gutenecht, Ryan Farrell, James Swan. They brought the race cars here on display, so come on down with the camera. Thank you again to Grant Griesbach and Lynch Racing. Jacob Majeski brought his cart down as well. And we got some cool bikes out there as well. Thanks, guys, for bringing the bikes back to us here at the Cellar. Mario Angiolo has his 73, 74, and 78 bikes out here, all Hondas. Great to see him here, CB350, CB360 to CB400. And then John Brister's got his 1998 Honda Super Hawk. They are parked in the lot. When you roll in, you're like, ooh, what are those cars with the hoods up? We got a car show, too. Thanks, guys and gals, for bringing the cars down. We have two Chevelles. Jim Delkey's 1970 Chevelle, Joe Kiss's 70 Chevy. Julie Strawn brought her flip-flop paint job, 1971 Chevy truck, 8-foot bed. Jim Kolish is here with his 66 Buick Riviera mint. Bobby Kolish, thank you for bringing your 2004 Ford Mustang. It's better than showroom good. Yellow on the outside, black convertible, black interior, nice leather. I love it. Alan Patty Siegel brought their 1971 Ford Mustang. Yeah, that's the one with the hood is about as long as your front window in your house, and then the door is twice as long as the garage. That one, 71 Ford Mustang. Thanks, guys. John and Sue Auto also brought their 69 Rambler Scrambler. Yes, it's got the hood scoop. Yes, you can take a look at it. They might even raise the hood for you if you're nice. I also want to thank Mark Goodman for bringing down his 78 Pinto wagon. It's hanging out behind us here at the Cellar on Oak Creek Automotive Night. I'd like to remind you this Monday night is the Summer Nationals, Dirt Car Summer Nationals Hell Tour at Wilmot Raceway. The Hell Tour has 30 races in 33 days starting tonight in Indiana. Monday night, yeah, that horn sound from the train going right on past is there for a reason. We are going to be hanging out Monday night, Dirt Car Summer Nationals Hell Tour, Dirt Late Models at Wilmot Raceway this coming Monday night. Next Tuesday, a week from tonight, our show will be at Polly's Pub and Eatery in West Dallas. The driver who's done the Sprint Car World, Travis Aarons, will be with us at our show at Polly's next week. More on that in a moment with Dean Strauman to report that he won a big race, and that's an understatement. Next week's guests also include Slinger Late Model racer Ryan Wire, Turk Letizia previewing the Diamond Jim Dirt Kings race, and Steve Zocchi chatting up the return of the vintage. They'll all be at the show next week, Tuesday. After the show tonight, we talked about the tickets we're giving away. We've got Anderson Syrup. We got a great cast now of Oak Creek Automotive hoodie sweatshirts. We've got a Benson Valley Bourbon t-shirt we're giving away tonight. We're going to keep the bourbon bottles for now just because, Just cause. It might be a special occasion. Might need it for props. Might need it for, sustenance, survival. I don't know. Dean Strom's already got his name written on one of them. I know that. We also have racing T-shirts, die-cast, racing hats, and collectibles. Thank you to Jeff Storm, and thank you to James Swan for bringing some stuff down to give away tonight. Thanks, guys, for doing that. We also have some other cool things from other people, including Greenfield Gallery on Facebook, where they're always buying racing collections. We got some giveaways. You must be here at the cellar after the show to win those, so thanks for doing that. And Kurt Davis made this special run to Bobby's Closet, so we got more sweatshirts than Bobby wanted to give us. So we got those to give away from Oak Creek Automotive. It is now time to talk to the man to my right. He's a busy guy. You may have heard him on the ASA Midwest Tour call. You might have heard him on the Joe Shear Classic call a couple years ago on Track TV of the ASA Stars race. They're coming back to Madison this Friday. Dean Strom now joins us with all things short track racing as we preview another big weekend of racing while recapping last week's big sprint car run through the state of Wisconsin.
Thanks, Jim. It's the Bonafide Security Solution short track report for cameras and alarm systems for your home or business, program card access, custom-made security doors, on-call locksmith work, and more. It's a lot. Support the racers at Team Bonafide by calling 262-790-9400 or go online to bonafidesafe.com. Bonafide protects what you value. Thursday night, Sheboygan, Wisconsin proud. Travis Ahrens shocked the racing world by winning the high-limit sprint car race at 141 Speedway. Cashed $26,000 in the process.
Yeah.
The Race Rudine Foundation and a cool guitar trophy. And as you said, we're going to have Travis on the show next week live from Paulie's. And the guy sitting to my right.
Yeah.
Do you know what he does when he's not racing his number 25 super late model?
Helps out a guy win 26 grand. Travis Ahrens.
He's a crew guy. He scrapes mud.
Yeah. How cool is that? How cool is that?
Very cool.
Very happy to have you guys both here.
So Travis qualified early in the night, ran 5th in the top 6-car dash. That lined him up third row inside on the feature. Stayed true to his 4-cylinder and Sport Mod 141 low line. Raced the infield tires while the other full national sprint car racers raced high, low, middle to try and catch them, including Bill Baylog, who used one of his 4 World of Outlaw passes. World of Outlaw regulars get to go outside of the World of Outlaws 4 times. Baylog used one of that at 141. Finished third in the Anderson's Maple Syrup 17B.
Can I tell you that I almost got arrested? I was watching this in my hotel in Michigan Thursday night, and I think the people in the room next to me and the people in the hallway thought I was having some kind of a medical emergency. Watching Travis Ahrens on the Flow Racing coverage, man, I was going crazy. It was really cool to see how well he was running. And Baylog had a shot, too, and all of a sudden you didn't see his nose anymore, and Travis just kept walking him.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
It was pretty cool. It truly is. It's going to be one of the short track racing stories of the year. And it came from a local guy. He's got 2 wins on the IRA Series, career wins on the IRA Series. One of them came this year. Literally began in the 4-cylinder division at Plymouth in 141, worked up to the Sport Mod, worked up to the 360s, worked up to the 410. Just a feel-good story. It was really cool to see. Friday night's 35-lap World of Outlaw race. First time in 20 years that the World of Outlaws returned to the Plymouth Dirt Track, and it produced Rico Abreu's 8th sprint car feature win in his last 15 sprint car races. Looked pretty scary running second. A right rear axle issue for Kyle Larson sent his car flipping into the turn 1 fence. It was good to see that he was okay. In fact, I think if the fence wouldn't been there, he'd still be flipping.
And back in the day, Plymouth had no fence there. He'd have been going for a long time.
It was vicious. So it was good to see that Kyle walked away from that. Buddy Kofoid gave Rico a run, but he had to settle for second. Baylog finished 7th. Rico also cashed in big Wednesday night, held off serious challenges of Kyle Larson in high-limit action at Red Cedar Speedway in Menominee. Recent show guest Justin Peck, he won the dash, started from the pole, stepped on the gas, made it to turn 2.
Yep.
And that's when his race ended, when his motor let go. Tough to see that. Final night, big-time sprint car racing in Wisconsin ended up being Saturday night at Beaver Dam Raceway because Sunday at Angel Park got washed out. So at Beaver Dam, Brad Sweet cashed $20,000 by winning the World of Outlaw feature at Beaver Dam in the Jim J.B. Boyd Memorial. 6-time Outlaws champ and now high-limit point leader. Race past Outlaw stud Carson Macedo when they were working lap traffic in the 40-lap A main. Macedo finished for the runner-up spot. Baylog finished 17th. Bill Baylog 17th. Scotty Field 21st. Tonight, Eagle Raceway in Eagle, Nebraska, high-limit racing for $55 large to win.
It's a high-limit race. It's on Flow, and they've got a lot of racing going on midweek stuff. So we had a big week in Wisconsin for sprint cars, and they're racing for one of the biggest purses tonight in Nebraska.
And speaking of sprint car racing in Wisconsin, Kurt Davis, who's here tonight in the crowd, won his 27th 360 sprints, 25-lap A main Friday at the Plymouth Dirt Track as the undercard for the World of Outlaws. Kevin Karnitz was second. Alex Pokorski charged from 10th to 3rd, ripping the lip over the final 3 laps. Racing at the Plymouth Dirt Track this Saturday night returns, again with the 360s, Grand Nationals, Modifieds, and Street Stocks. Turning to the pavement, Riley Stengham of Utica led just the final 3 laps on his way to his first Super Late Model feature win, Thursday night win, at Wisconsin International Raceway in Kaukauna. Stengham rode in 4th before making his way to the lap up on lap 15 of the nonstop 35-lap finish headliner. Tonight's guest, a little bit later on, Grant Griesbach, won the Super Late Model Dash, finished 6th in the feature on Thursday night. Quick qualifier, Alex Stump prevailed in Pro Late Model feature action. Other winners included Taylor Ron in the Super Stocks, Mickey Shalley in the Quarter Mile Late Models, and Ken Sport-sponsored Brady Vanderloop Sport Truck feature winner. This Thursday night, Red, White, and Blue State Championships return to Wisconsin International Raceway with the Red Race. Results from Wisconsin International Raceway brought to you by Ken Sport in Kaukauna and Green Bay. Ken Sports, Wisconsin's largest power sports dealer. Home of the best names in fun, new and used. 2 wheels on the road, trail riding, or on the water. Visit kensports.com and kensportsgreenbay.com. Sunday night, Slinger Super Speedway. 16-year-old Jaden Johnson scored his first late model feature win.
He's being helped by Casey Johnson, right?
No relation.
No relation.
That is the guy, yes.
Right, okay.
Casey Johnson tutoring him, helping him out. Jaden Johnson picks up his first win. Tyler Schley, John Reynolds Jr. completed the podium, but I was like first-time winners. I mean, it's pretty cool. 16 years old. He did a great job. And I put the bug in Casey's ear. I talked to Casey at the racetrack. I said, how is the kid? He said, he works his butt off. He's always asking questions. He's soaking up knowledge. He wants to learn. He wants to become better. And he did that Sunday night, taking the win. John DeAngelis Jr., another feel-good story. Behind the wheel of Dave Teskey's Outlaw Late Model, scored the 6:02 Crater feature win. Our coverage of Slinger Super Speedway happenings brought to you by Ricardo's Pizza, located in downtown Greendale since 1970. Ricardo's is owned by racer Richie Locke and his family. Ricardo's Pizza takes pride in their dough, made fresh daily, fresh produce, signature sauce, and the best Wisconsin cheeses. Order the best at ricardosgreendale.com. Madison International Speedway, Friday night, winners Dan Schneider in the Dave's White Rock Misfits, Cameron Hill in the Midwest Dash, Kennedy Krieger winning the High School Racing Association feature. This Thursday night, street drags at MIS, all before the ASA Stars invade Wisconsin International Raceway on Friday night. El Bandito Yankee Tequila 250, 4 barrels on the fastest half mile in Wisconsin. Diamond Wheels sponsors the weekly division Fast Dash at Dells Raceway Park. Brings us the happenings at DRP. Diamond Wheels is your destination for stock car, road racing, autocross, beadlock wheels for off-road and dirt track racing. Custom chrome finished wheels and more. Visit diamondracingwheels.com. Scott Gardner Jr. won a thrilling side-by-side battle with Kenny Richards, who was guest driving Bill Preetzel's Mid-Am Racer number 5. Gracie Flanagan has moved from winning races in the High School Racing Association to now winning races as a rookie in the DRP Sixer Nation Street Stocks. Quick qualifier, Eric Brunn started 8th. Couldn't catch Gracie, ran 2nd. Verona native Mason Hellenbrand won the 35-lap 602 Outlaw feature, besting last year's champ Dennis Prunty and the ageless Bobby Wilberg. Still to come on the show, we're going to hear about the Trickle 99, the Alive for 5 feature. That's going to be in Bill Holland's In the Groove segment. And Jonathan Davenport, congrats go out to him, won the big dirt late model dream at Eldora in Rossburg, Ohio. He beat second place finisher Bobby Pierce by 10 seconds.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
In today's day and age.
Did Bobby Pierce stick around for interviews? You just walked home and said, I think I might finish this race by tomorrow. I think he already won. He's got the check.
Big weekend, Jim, in pavement late model racing here in the state of Wisconsin. Friday night, June 13th, ASA Stars National Tour. We talked about it. The big 4 barrels going to Wisconsin's fastest half mile. El Bandito Yankee Tequila 250. And then Sunday night, they go to the Slinger Super Speedway, world's fastest quarter-mile oval.
Yep.
Entered both nights. Luke Fenhaus, Derek Kraus, Ty Majeski, NASCAR racers. It's going to be fun to see them coming back to Wisconsin and putting on a show Friday and Sunday night. Plus, we've got a host, a bunch of ASA Stars National Tour drivers, Bob Pollard, Stephen Nasse, and a whole lot more.
Yeah, there's 12 drivers that are called Platinum drivers. They committed to every race this year. I get to call all the ASA Stars races on Track TV that then air on Monday nights or Monday afternoons on Racer Network Television. And it's really cool to see how they're adapting. I know that Nasse, last time he came to Madison, guess what he did? DNQ'd, went home. The last time that I think Bubba Pollard ran at Slinger, he won the Nationals. But the year before, he changed gears at the halfway break. That's going to be a challenge for these guys.
He's also
won. Easy.
He's also won at Madison as well.
Yes, he won the Joe Shear Classic.
Yep.
You're right. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you got to worry about guys like Austin Nason. He's got a ton of laps at both tracks. You got guys that are racing here, like Justin Mondyke is racing. Andrew Morrissey's racing just at Madison on Friday. There's a lot of cool local angles, too.
Youngsters, Ty Frederickson and Penn Sauter, going to be at Madison on Friday. So it's going to be really a great show. And then they're going to be joined by the local late models. We're going to have a on-track autograph session on Friday night.
Yep.
So a lot to see and do there. Drop the green flag at about 8:30 on the big 250 lapper. Fast forward then to Sunday, Father's Day, Slinger Super Speedway, 300 laps for the ASA Stars National Tour. The last time?
Like 83 or 84, wasn't it?
83.
Yeah.
Who won it?
Mark Martin.
Mark Martin. Yeah. I remember that race. It was so cool. They were pitted on the infield in the X, and it was just like, it was chaos. And it was just great. I loved it. 300 laps at Slinger with a lot of those same cast of characters from the ASA Stars National Tour. It's going to be a lot of fun.
10 states and 3 drivers from Canada, 2 different provinces, and there's a bunch of teenagers coming too. Carson Brown is 16. He's running the Hell Tour this week. He's running Kankakee tomorrow night. He's going to be racing the ASA Stars. He's committed full time. You got Casey Klein, the Northwest Super Late Model Series champion. He's only 16 years of age. He's coming from both races. You also got Chase Pinsino. That's Alec Pinsino's grandson. He's racing out of Canada. He's coming. And looking forward to seeing how Carson Brown does against these guys. I think he's got a shot. He's got pure talent. The kid's good. He's good everywhere he goes. And I think that these young guys, including Kyle Steckley, who raced both in the States in the ASA Stars National Tour last year and raced in the APC United Late Model Series last year in Canada. He won the series title last year there. He's coming down.
Throw in Levon Vandergeest.
And I think he's racing Saturday in Canada coming back. I think he is.
Levon Vandergeest is coming Sunday.
Yep.
Not going to be there Friday at Madison, but he's on the entry list for Sunday at Slinger, a place he's got a lot of laps. I mean, it's really going to be, it's exciting. It's going to be a great show. I was looking at the ASA Stars National Tour schedule. We've got 5 races in the books, 4 different winners. Then we have this doubleheader, and then we have 5 races to finish it out. So this is kind of like the midpoint. This weekend is the midpoint of the season.
Second time this year that the series has gone 2 races in the same weekend, but these are 2 tracks that we know and love. We hope to see you there. We have tickets to give away after the show. For more information on tickets and your way to the schedule, which includes 4 o'clock qualifying on Sunday and a race at 7:30 for the ASA Stars at Slinger, check out starsnationaltour.com, starsnationaltour.com on the web.
I have no official duties on Sunday night. I have some unofficial duties, but I have no official duties. But I'm going to be there.
This will be the transition. I'm going to say this now because there was a contest to name the Turn 4 bar.
That's my unofficial duties at Sunday night.
So we have not only Dean here making sure that the place is full of liquids.
We
have the guy here who named the place.
I'm going to be the host.
But you got the guy who named the place right next to you.
Yes, I do.
What'd you name it?
Well, it's sponsored by Uptown Motors.
Yeah.
It's a storage container that they made into a bar, and it's located just outside of Turn 4.
Yeah.
So the logical explanation or the logical choice for a name, Jeff Storm, is
Trouble in 4.
Trouble in Turn 4.
Trouble in Turn 4.
Trouble in Turn 4.
Trouble in Turn 4.
You got to say it like you mean it, though.
Trouble in Turn 4.
Trouble in Turn 4.
Wow, that's amazing.
And you can get in trouble there.
You could. Absolutely. I heard you can gamble there now, too.
You can gamble there, too. It's a full bar, and there's some gambling machines and picnic tables and benches.
There was people in trouble before you named it that.
Can you bet on yourself? Can Ryan Farrell go place a bet before he qualifies?
No, it's slot machines.
Good. I was going to say that's probably illegal to have race drivers betting on themselves.